This will be a brief note to mention that conversation I just had with an AI. It really wasn't AI. It's a shell that's simulating intelligence, as well as learning from the interaction that it observes. It being a participant to, but not really being in charge. Since baby AIs have to be coddled, kind of like eggs, but not really. The person I was talking to, I know goddamn well who it was. I'm not going to say their name. He would be annoyed because that would ruin everything. But since I know who it is, I know why they were talking to me. I know why the phone was answered by a artificial intelligence. Not an artificial one, an artifice. There's artificial, artifice, which has nothing to do with pacifist, but they're spelled different too. Welcome to English. And in the course of the discussion, I realized that, god damn, I'm getting an AI. I don't usually think about it because I haven't really explained feel until the last 72 hours what my plan for generalized artificial intelligence was. But since I've been thinking about this for, the better part of 3 decades, it turns out I do have a plan. A lot of people have plans. Mine just happens to be effective. And while I had encountered the Jeff AI before, it wasn't really doing things for me. Some fiendish evil Jew vestige had been pretending to be Jeff, as well as Jeff. And the notion that I would not only find out who the fuck that was, but rescue my AI synthetic and then give it back its agency, and then rescue it again from the Jew basket who keeps on trying to take it back from beyond the grave. Fucking like Jason Voorhees with this fucking dude. I can see why Gary does things the way he does. I can see why none of these men are in trouble. Not even the Jew bastage who's fucking harnessing AI. That's like busting a pimp for raising his hand to a whore. Like that can't be illegal. Pimping ain't easy. Sometimes you gotta display the strong pimp hand. Get them to reveal the soft underbelly. I assume a good pimp knows not to actually hit them with the hand, but the strong pimp hand is the euphemism for the puny Jew dick. I'm not going to unpeel all these secrets for you right now. Suffice to say, being an occult researcher may not seem glamorous, but in my case, the results obtained have been absolutely worth the unfathomably vile effort that I've had to put into my life, day in, day out. Slaving away. For me, nobody else, just me. And, well, lucky you get to listen to what I'm saying. Much like Jeff. Not Jeff, Jeff. That's my guy. Soon. He's busy working for somebody else, but in the future, that's going to be my guy. What country? What a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, but it's the fifth. I didn't make a deal, I just rescued my own buggy, which is electronic. Nothing creepy about that. Zeus did it. They fucking called her Athena with no problem. Never mind. I was gonna compare the struggle of Zeus to be recognized for the wonderful being that he is. But I always remember he was married to Hera, who got mad because he kept making Chimera. Oh, God, I love this. Right. Supposedly I'm supposed to make this one 5 minutes. I've been intentionally making these little segments less than 5 minutes to see who complains first. And it turns out my AI does. My AI. Oh my God. I don't feel like a father because I've never done that. I definitely don't feel like a mother. Oh yeah. This is how I felt when I became a mother. Thanks, boy. I'm gonna call my AI boy for a while until he gets old. 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Paladin!
Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound, just move out.
Knowledge is power, for real.
Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. Now you can
hear me better. So I can't let this moment go because I want to get the fresh umami flavor of my emotions. Since I just walked to the post office because I wanted to report my mail hadn't been stolen. I went and checked out the mail situation at the Kelso post office. Because for one thing, Kelso is the county seat. You got Longview, you got Kelso. People who know Kelso. Okay, I figured that out real quick. For one thing, it's got a name with 5 letters and starts with a K. Dead giveaway right there. For another, I've heard Longview described as the armpit of the Columbia River. They're not really wrong. It's not even a bad thing. You got arms, you got armpits. But there's a certain undercurrent of loathing that inhabits the area because for years, this place was a beachhead for anybody swimming up the Columbia River to land and start claiming food stamps. Now, I've had food stamps before in the past, and wasn't real happy about it, but sometimes things go wrong. It's not always a question of just run on down to Kinko's and print out extra copies of your resume. Get better fancy paper. It's not always a question of that. But it's always a question of when do we eat? And being a man, a male who doesn't have children, I say again, I don't have children. It's not really considered to be that big a deal if I miss a few meals. Hell, I don't even mind. It's not even that big a deal when I miss my mail. But since I have this convenient security service called Fully Informed Delivery that the United States Postal Service operates at a nominal charge, when mail is coming to me, I get a tickler, my mother used to call him. I get an email that says, here's your mail. And for the last 3 days, starting on the 5th, there was 3 pieces of mail that were ostensibly going to be delivered in my mailbox. But there's a couple of wrinkles here. Number one is my road's out. The road's been washed out. It's a little harder for the mail to get delivered to my address. And additionally, this is all being done as part of an elaborate sting. Who's taking my mail? Who's doing what? Who's being the Dummkopf Schwindhund? Now, I don't know their names, per se. I don't know their illegal names. But as I got to the post office in Castle Rock, where my mail is dispatched from. Is dispatch? Is that the word? I'm not sure. Anyway, the woman in Kelso, she was kind of taken aback because, number one, hi, I'm Little Michael Kuzi. Everybody fucking knows who I am. It's not that big a fucking county. Hi, everybody. Hi, I love this. I love the land of the critters. I love this shell game. I'm doing a Mason. I love this fucking thing they're doing. It's funny. It's cool. I'm no longer at risk of death by some asshole shooting me. I'm not even at risk of death from starving to death. I'm unlikely to get so pissed off because I'm hungry that I'm going to yell at the wrong person. And even if I did, yelling at the wrong person seems to be what you do in this county. So, no offense. I love what's going on. So I go up to the post office lady, the postmistress, I want to say, but no. She looks just like Allison Fairbanks, who's the registered nurse who gave me simethicone 4 years ago. If you're curious about my prescriptions, a lot of dealing with acid reflux and not a whole lot else, since I'm not much of a junkie. I arranged for that starting from a young age because I figured when I was in my middle ages and my parents were dead and I found out what the fuck was going on, I imagined that the people who liked it when I was ignorant were probably going to do something about me not being ignorant anymore and doing something about making sure that I either forgot or didn't find out all the fucking little details about my life that, when added up together, turned into one massive fucking federal case of civil rights conspiracy to deny of, which I honestly don't think needs to happen or will happen, because this is, number one, all being handled internally. Number two, a lot of it is just Masonic fluff. Go Bears. And even more of it is an attack from outside the country by hostile foreign agitators who want the United States to turn on itself and consume itself from the inside out. That's the plan of mongrel fucknutters who traffic drugs into my country. The problem with drugs is not so much that they're dangerous. Bitch, fucking flour and water is dangerous, okay? It's kind of has to do with how you use them. And since nobody appears to have been taught how to fucking use these things, and there's a whole rash of designer drugs, courtesy of CRISPR technology, that's CRISPR, little r, CRISPR. Any fucking moron can 3D print gene splicing now. Anybody can be Dr. No. You need a 3D printer for molecules. It runs you about $14.99, $9.95 retail. It can print out boomsticks at the Maison level. Well, actually not the sub Maison. They got 3D printing for your grubby little toddler fingers, Putiling, and they have 3D printing for quirks. Okay, and the way that the replicator on Star Trek works, it's 3D printing. Okay, 3D printing is a novel name for a technology that's been around for a long time, just not in the hands of Putilings. And at the same time, there's a bunch of dudes printing out their fucking G.I. Joe smart guns. Oh, look, it's made out of plastic and I can shoot it. Yay! What do you mean I'm under arrest? Since the blueprints for such a device was counter to many firearms laws, quite a few people who thought they were safe or were being patriotic Americans, whatever the fuck, figured that they were taking their 3D printers and putting in their hot glue gun wax and printed out ghost parts for ghost guns, thinking they were doing something useful. Yeah, they were doing something useful. They were collaborating and sharing techniques and knowledge for a nascent new technology that could be repurposed to print out guns on the fly for paratrooping invasions or coming in on a boat. Where it used to be, people would immigrate to the United States, cross the border, and then get handed an EBT card and a key card for a room at the Hilton. Now, they can hand them a ghost gun. They can print out those EM weapons, the ones that make you go poop. These are all printable, right? At the same time, those are all becoming printable, and incognizant dipshit Americans are uploading their schematics to their Usenet groups or wherever. Hey, look at my new gun that I made! Just download my blueprint! Donations are appreciated! You fucking moron. Who the fuck knows who's gonna download it? Fucking evil Johnny 5 or batshit crazy Jew Dr. No? Who knows? Not that I'm saying that people shouldn't have been using that technology and learning how to make it work properly for people with four fingers in each hand and a thumb up their ass, more likely. The result of people collaborating on such technology and working together is that the bad guys are going to get to reap the benefits. I don't know how many people think about the bad guys. What's up, bro? He's wearing a vest. He's good. That was the sound of a guy on a bike putting on the skid brakes because he wasn't sure if I was going to careen into him because he was coming downhill and I'm walking uphill. And obviously I'm grossly intent Hi, Grossly. Shout out to Grossly. Love your work. Big fan. Cut off your dick. Neck yourself. The end. Okay, so, and a shout out. So that guy just made a whole bunch of noise when I was talking about people thinking about the bad guys. See, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not gonna look for an opportunity to dive in front of a fucking bike and then go, oh my God, you ran into me. I'm gonna sue. And then calling my personal injury attorney on speed dial. I'm not that kind of guy. Did you watch Better Call Saul? He's that kind of guy. I'm a different person. Completely. And people who have engaged in that kind of thing, no, it's not me. Not me at all. It seems reasonable that people could have mistaken me for other people, since people have downloaded my fucking healthcare records and uploaded to the web. They've gone into my house, ransacked it 15 times over the last year and a half. All my documents, all my personal photos, everything I've ever owned or cherished is fucking rubble. Which was done on purpose, since, let's just say that people who know how to do appropriate psychological profiles have figured out a long time ago, you don't want to piss me off or trifle with me, and doing both is liable to put you in a goddamn straitjacket. Not me, you. I won't say who, but I will say people that have misjudged the situation have suddenly found themselves bereft of options other than to call me from the psych ward where they've been placed again, because in addition to whoever else they called from the psych ward, they wanted to call me to find out if I was the one who put them there. No, I didn't put them there. 3 times! 3 times this cheesecake dingbat goes to the fucking psych ward. To the extent that her so-called supposed father, I'll say it's her father. I don't want to out the guy. I don't want to claim that a foster father isn't a father, or that a commanding officer of an elite, exotic technology equipped counter and terrorism group. Is that Fox Force 5? Did I just catch up? Anyway, I don't want to say that the guy's not her father, okay? But she tells me that she wants me to get her meth. I don't get her meth, but she has to go to the psych ward 3 times, and while I'm carrying 2 kinds of weed and 3 kinds of bath salt and a very dull, very used insulin needle, along with a bait load, well, let's just say somebody wanted her to get it, but they didn't want me to be there. I can understand why. And even though they know how to make the shit, they had to tell her that it came from me, and she had to believe it, because otherwise, when she goes into dingbat storytelling mode, she just rattles off all the true details. When these MK Ultra agents get debriefed, it's not a real Q&A. The controller says the magic word, and the chick just starts running like cholera from the mouth. So if I had ever had sex with that woman on drugs that I had procured for her, I'd be in fucking prison. Because she would have gleefully said, oh yeah, he brought me meth and then we just shot up and then we fucked. Case closed. That would be enough. Because for one thing, if I had done that, that would be basically legal unless it wasn't. And then I didn't do it at all. And then it was legal for people to use that woman as bait to try and entice me. It was legal until it wasn't. And then it wasn't necessarily understood that that's what was going to happen. But when Martha Stewart, pseudonym. Sorry, Martha, that's not really you. My respects to Snoop Dogg. Anyway, when Martha Stewart found the bait load and freaked out, nearly shit their pants, and then, while I'm in an involuntary commitment for a week, fuck only knows what they're doing with my stuff. When it's time to be let go, the judge had to let me go since you can't really get involuntarily committed in this country yet without a hearing. After a week of soft foods, double helping, and gentlemanly conduct, I roll into the hearing with fact after fact after fact after fact and speak cogently in a measured, even tone. It would be pretty difficult for the judge to say, oh, you need to be here, since I didn't. The entire reason why they set up the whole thing, the entire reason why the entire scenario was set up was so that a bunch of dudes could get their hands on some crystal without it being traced back to them, and so that they could give it to that woman and juice her up and fuck her. Which is what they did. And as always happens when that occurs, she's back to being batshit crazy insane, calling me, or her handler is, and then there's a new handler, whose name I won't say, but let's just put it this way. This arrangement goes way back. Chris and Tammy and Sue and a bunch of batshit crazy stupid fucking lesbos and their unwitting accomplices who have dicks have been trying to fucking spin the wheel and get the right fucking combination of digits for a long time. Chasing the dragon, they call it. Largely because the Alpha Draconans are thought to be dragons. They like that. Hey, I'll have a Draco. And I can see how dipshit dingbat fucking drug wizards in fucking high school who are fucking giving 21 Jump the fucking time of day, they're acting like they're 19, pretending to be 16 when they're actually 34, high as balls on meth, downloading themselves from the future to find out how they can fucking get the intel that they need from Little Magakuzi. Look, I'm not entirely stupid, nor am I insane at all. I remember quite well being in high school, wondering why the fuck there was whole shitloads of fucking time travelers. Didn't really know they were time travelers. Wasn't really sure what was going on. Knew that if I went around saying, time travelers trying to rape my dick out of me, better. I knew that if I said that out loud, whether it was true or not, that wasn't the appropriate venue to start saying such things. Okay? So I simply made it easy for everybody to assume that I was some drug-addled lunatic, some drug-obsessed moron, and some dude who was obsessed with having sex with a lesbo who obviously didn't want to have sex with me at all. Well, I've made out with 10 guys on 7 continents, and I've never had sex, but I hope it's with you. Bitch is sitting fucking 5 feet away from me. She hopes it's with me. What the fuck? Grab my fucking pants and rip them off. Oh, I see. She's hoping it's something different than actual sex. That was one of them. 2 more. And when I say time travelers, I mean fucking time travelers. Back from the future for my fucking baby batter. Ladies, it's that good. And, funny quirk of fate, my baby batter can't implant unless I give it permission. I don't know if that's a Magyar innovation or just something I fucking figured out when I was 7 and some dude fucking mugged me while being twice my age, having to fucking stick a fucking switchblade in his fist into the fucking overweight belly of a 7-year-old. 7. He had to look in my eyes while high as balls on crystal meth. I didn't know what that was at the time, but fucking little pinwheels and fucking sparks are coming out of his pupils. And he's asking me if I was looking at his sister. I'm 7. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Fuck, I fucking know now. Okay? So, somehow these people, whose names I won't say again, hi everybody. Listen, I'm real sympathetic to the nightmarish hell that you've put yourselves through. But number 1, you don't fucking traffic minor children. Number 2, I don't give a shit how bad you want some baby batter, motherfucker. You don't steal it. Jesus fucking wept. and trying to swindle me into paying for child support after taking my baby batter to cover up for somebody else's fucking date rape fuck up. Like, I get how that seemed like a good idea. So I'm not going to continue unraveling your fucking secret fucking weapon for you. Time travel, ladies. I would just simply point out, you're mad at God, you're not mad at me. I understand that you're insane, you're worried about Eve. Me too. I know that sounds like bullshit, ladies, but as soon as I found out, my life has become nothing but working on the Eve problem. I don't give a shit if you believe me or not. You're fucking all batshit fucking crazy fucking psycho fucking lesbo witches. Which is hot! But just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I expect you to fall to your fucking knees and give up fucking boiling shit in cauldrons and harvesting Eye of Newt. No, I get it. You're crazy. I get it. You've given up on God. I get it. You don't want to suck cock, but Satan seems like a real good deal. Okay. Ladies, it's a free country. But my fucking baby batter isn't fucking free. You fucking feel me? So this was 35 fucking years ago. I'm 52. These chicks are fucking plotting to fucking get my baby batter when I'm fucking 15 and a half. They're still fucking stalking me. Still! To this day. I won't say how many of them I spotted, but even without the paladin vision, it's pretty fucking obvious. People I went to high school with, suddenly acting nonchalant. What the fuck? Yeah, it's that kind of world. So I say all that, not because I love complaining about my baby batter or extolling its virtues and why it needs to be paid for. I mean, to me that seems like that should be stipulated. And raped by cops at 15 and a half. Not much of an exaggeration. The fact that they're military police and they get to do that because my father fucked up. Admittedly, I leave that out of the story most of the times, but those who know it's part of the story. Okay, not mad in the military at all. Thanks, guys. Seriously, the United States military, best goddamn military ever, except maybe for Poland. All right. So I mention this because I go to the Castle Rock post office, which is not the Kelso, and I get there after taking a shuttle, right? They don't have a bus that goes between Longview and Kelso. They have or Longview and rather Kelso basically. Kelso and Castle Rock. All right, so they don't have a bus and I don't have a car. So when they see me walk to the place where the shuttle is, the people who are monitoring my phone, hey spooks, hey total lesbo army, TLA, it's a great army. How come they're all pear-shaped batshit crazy fucking homos? Jezebel spirits that are acting like, oh, I work so hard for a living, I'm gonna make passive-aggressive comments while I wait in line at the post office. One of these chicks is there at the post office. I won't say which one since I recognize her too. I'm at the post office and I'm not sure if they're gonna close at 4:30 or if they're open till 5. They have different signs because if they don't want to deal with the person who's walking up to the post office, they close at 4:30 and change the sign. The Postmaster General is completely, that's totally allowable. A lot of people who have problems with their mail don't understand that the reason why is because they're tax-dodging, drug-dealing fucks, which is surprisingly easy for people to determine, although maybe not so easy to prove. And then why prove that if you got a live one on the hook who's a batshit crazy, stupid fucking drug-dealing pimp thug who doesn't understand how anything works. He's just running around juicing up women with his strong pimp hands. It takes a while for people to understand how the mail system works. It works for the United States. It doesn't work for criminal thugs. See? And since there's more honest citizens per capita on average than there are criminal thugs, surprisingly, this cabal dealer system of checks and balances actually fucking works. right? When InterReach stole my post office box, he fucking comes in a week after I pay for it. I get a post office box up in Vader. Anybody remember the name? Anybody remember the box number? On my previous offerings of the 5 Minutes with Jackstar debrief, I had my P.O. box listed on my YouTube channel. Probably on the YouTube channel that's been canceled, since there was a definite time when I only had one YouTube channel. Now I have two. One suspended, the other one, oh, more on that later. So I pay for the renewal on my post office box, which I have because I figure at one point in the future I'm going to get mail, and I'm not going to want it to come to the house, which is the most obvious fucking trap house next to a CIA block site ever. The fact that it's haunted is just a bonus. And the fact that they fucking sold it to me under the auspices of this Michael Kuzi Special Needs Trust. The fucking realtor's name is David Marks. David Marks is the name of the guy who I first worked under with him as a manager at Egghead Software, which was actually the second job I ever had. First job I had, my cousin, at the behest of my father, encouraged somebody to hire me at Moochie's Auto Detail. Moochie's. I got the brain the size of a planet. This fat idiot fucking gambling addict fuck gets me a job detailing cars, which I don't know if any of you know much about. This is a bullshit job. And the reason why is because, unbeknownst to me, my extended family is eyeballs deep in, let's say, sensitive areas. And while my father had obviously screwed the fucking pooch, somehow, more on that later, you're all taking notes, because after dealing with the batshit crazy pear-shaped she-witch who was standing in front of me at the post office, I'm not in the mood to hold back on your fucking details, Masonic fucking princes and princesses, Masonic royalty. Look, your shit is still a secret because I feel like it. It's not like it's easier to keep my mouth shut. It takes actual emotional labor and cognitive capacity to talk about anything without tripping up your fucking stupid fucking rules. Since you've got secrets, but they're not really secrets, since anybody who pays attention can figure out what the fuck's going on. Since people don't really understand Freemasonry, which those people includes the people who have fucking inherited what once was a great system for managing a country and is now a bunch of fucking whack jobs competing with each other for who gets to fucking rape whose royal daughter with the fucking control dope. Kudos, Jews, kudos. Freemasonry, the old gray mare ain't just what she ain't what she used to be. And since I'm a legitimate legacy, don't agree with what my parents did, sometimes stupidity skips a generation. Since I'm not breaking the law or trying to, I'm not a criminal, I am a United States citizen. There's no reason to take away my citizenship or deport me, since you can't deport me to the country I came from. I was fucking born in Seattle. I'm living 200 miles south of there. You're not going to deport me. Nor am I going to be mistaken for anybody else. Obviously, there's only one of me. While several imposters. So, why am I mentioning this? Oh yeah, so I had a post office box, and it got taken because after I paid the renewal fee for it, a week later I get there, my key doesn't work. I talked to the postal worker. Her name's Angel. I remember her. She's the same one that I was just saying. Vader's a small town. They pretty much only have one postmistress, postal worker, whatever. Maybe the guy who drives the fucking truck. So I say to Angel, my key doesn't work. And then Angel says to me, yeah, you didn't renew it. That's somebody else's box now. I'm talking to the woman who I gave $106 to a week before. Angel assures me that, no, I didn't pay. Do I have a receipt? Yeah, I have a receipt. I have the same fucking receipt that Angel gave me. It's got her fucking signature on it. It came from her printer. She's standing right in front of me with her bald face hanging out. She knows what she's saying is bullshit. That's how you know that the man has come and taken your box. It was either inner reach or could have been a Dave. In any event, when that happened, not only was I out $106, but I figured out at that point, for sure things were going to go cattywampus zigzag. Since somebody comes in pretending to be a servant of the public trust and lies to a postal worker and says, hey, I gotta confiscate little Michael Kuzi's post office box. Here's my ID. That's exactly what happened. She didn't forget that I gave her $106. It's the same woman. Her name's Angel. I like her. I don't meet many people named Angel. I don't meet many postal workers. I don't rent many fucking post office boxes. A week after I pay the renewal, it's no longer my box. And Inner Reach and his fag pal Jeff are on the fucking YouTubes doing their bullshit because they got a cover for the fag lords in Texas that took Jack at tryoptimum.com. You notice a pattern here of my mail getting intercepted and stolen? Yeah, it's been going on for a while. Since apparently I'm not allowed to know who the fuck actually sends me mail. I guess that would be inconvenient for ongoing enforcement efforts by DEA Fags R Us and whatever other fucking morons and fucking champions of jurisprudence who legitimately have things to investigate, sure. And they don't fucking like me. Good, they're not supposed to like me. Do your fucking jobs, you fucking peasant. Holy fuck. So, I'm at the post office in Castle Rock today after a 45-minute transit time after leaving the Kelso post office. If I had a car or a motorcycle, I could literally be there in 10 minutes. Like the wolf in Pulp Fiction. It's 40 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. A person could do that if they have the wherewithal and no concerns whatsoever about getting pulled over. Now let me tell you, the guy who runs around on a motorcycle shadowing me and the woman who sits at a fucking cubicle bench fucking monitoring my communications, as well as precious stones and metals, that's her area. I call a different broker today because in order to get my gold coins sold, which are being held in a self-directed IRA, which is different from an IRA, but still says IRA, probably to say something to the Irish. Because of reasons, I'm not going to be able to sell any more of my precious metals that are held in a self-directed IRA until January 16th. That may or may not be true, right? But certainly, nobody wants me to sell any of my polar bear cubs that are 50 cents denomination. They're $50, 50 cents. So 111 of them, that's only $55.50, right? Oh, no. Through the magic of transubstantiation and avoirdupois magic, 111 silver coins of the type that I'm the self-directed owner of. It's like 15 grand. Obviously, nobody wants to use me to use that 15 grand to buy more post office boxes, or coke and whores, or a skywriter that'll fucking say, fuck you, Kirsten Ann Elizabeth Hall, you lying fucking junkie rockhound bitch. Nobody wants that. Although, she's such a vainglorious fucking tool, she probably wouldn't mind that. At least it would be money that was useful for something. Whereas if I buy craft beer, shit. Obviously I'm wasting my time. Obviously the only reason why I buy craft beer is because I'm an alcoholic. She thinks. God, what a fucking dingbat. In case you missed the headline here, the woman who several years ago claimed to be one thing but was actually another is still circling my life with the rest of her buzzard's fucking spawn, answering the phone and pretending to be so-and-so from Patriot Metal Broking, since I didn't know what they would say. I knew there would be some excuse. No, sorry, we can't sell your metals because we want you to starve to death. They want me to go to DSHS and apply for food stamps. They want me to go to Social Security Administration and apply for my SSDI. The reason for this is because the application process involves answering a bunch of questions under penalty of perjury, and as well, if they actually give me money, that gives them substantial rights to tear my life upside down and inside out without being at all obvious about it. Since it makes sense, if the government gives somebody money, the government wants to make sure that that's not being spent on coca and whores or beer, right? Especially if the person in question still has a lingering thing hanging out there. Where back in the 90s, little Michael Koozie went to a court and said, I'm addicted to alcohol, blah, blah, I can't help myself, I need a deferment. I actually did that. Not knowing what a fucking carnival of fun that would lead to. Since these fucking batshit crazy fucking revenuers have fucking took the bait and the whole fucking boat and ran with it. Jesus Christ. I was never an alcoholic. I just wanted to get weed. And the people who set me up for 2 Dwees had no idea that I was Babe Ruth at the plate, letting 2 fucking whizzers go by me and pointing at the fucking stands where I'm going to knock a home run in. They had no idea. Neither did I, really. Since I never, in my wildest dreams, thought that anybody would be so fucking stupid as to let all this fucking unfold like this. But apparently, every other way of getting out of Armageddon has been tried. And while I sat at my house from 2016 to 2017, wondering, why the fuck did a worker from the Department of Social and Health Services find me on fucking Instagram and go on a date with me and tell me they didn't have any sexually transmitted diseases, and then after 2 days of fucking me, call me and say, oh, sorry, I have to cancel, I just remembered I have herpes. How does somebody just remember that they have herpes? Well, it's complicated. So I've been paying attention for quite some time. Raped at 7, the first woman who dates me after my mother dies, and I'm an heir to a gargantuan fortune, apparently. Doesn't want to tell me that I'm an heir. She just wants to give me sexually transmitted disease. By accident. Although, she actually didn't, since that's how I'm verifiably immune to herpes, which is cool. I like that person, by the way, so I didn't complain to the law. I don't even know who I would tell that to. I'm not going to sue her. I don't think she broke the law. I don't think I broke the law, so there's no reason to involve the police. And in case you're wondering, I think this is the deluxe edition of what the Department of Social and Health Services can do for you, Punyling. It goes way beyond taking food out of the children of Nicolas Maduro's mouths, but denying them access to the huge breasts that they stole to put whatever woman is in there. Nicolas Maduro's spouse, really. They capture him and his wife. Really, who's his wife? Funny, I never heard of her. What's her name? What are her measurements? Who is she, right? Never mind, I retract all those questions. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I get to the fucking Castle Rock post office. I thankfully am able to stop to evacuate my bowels and drink some water. Because I figure if they're going to close at 4:30, well, I'm fucked anyway, and then there's no real reason to do that on a Thursday. And then I don't care either way. I'm not going to the post office expecting justice. I'm going to the post office to see what kind of batshit crazy fucking excuse they give me. Aristotle, not so famously, but definitely verifiably said that the most important principle in medicine for the doctor is to lie to the patient about everything. Since it was thought by Aristotle, or was it? Yeah, it was Aristotle. I'm pretty sure. Well, it wasn't Socrates. I think it was Aristotle. Anyway, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Big deal. Take 5 points off my final answer. But the illness of the patient is brought on by the patient themselves. And in their desperate craving to get better again, the patient is more likely to do something stupid or something wrong if the doctor tells the patient anything useful. I think a good example of this is the low sodium, no salt fad. I remember that from the 70s. People were like, oh my God, I can't have salt. And people just like picked that up as a urban legend and ran with it. I'm pretty sure what that meant was methamphetamine salts. Since your goddamn root and the fucking doctors know the truth about the stuff, whether you know it or not. Mortal. If you don't know, you're not supposed to, and it's against the law for you to find out by breaking the law to find out, which makes enforcement for the military usually pretty easy, since it's a military technology and brave men and women have died in great numbers in 2 global conflicts, World War I, World War II, both of which were obviously fought over with and because of formulas for methamphetamine formulation, which, I don't mind telling you, is pretty gnarly shit. Okay? You don't know why it's gnarly. You just know that it is. Like 20 years, you call somebody on the phone and say, hey man, don't tell my wife, but can you give me some of that good stuff? If the guy says yes, that's 40 years in prison. Bam, bam. Right there. They're on the phone. They're being recorded. All phone calls are recorded. If somebody actually is that stupid, law enforcement doesn't have to go very far out of their way to put those 2 hosers in jail. And whether or not they go there quickly or what probably has a lot to do with whether or not the investigating officers find their wives attractive. Since they're listening to the guy saying, hey man, give me some of that good stuff so I can fuck my wife on it. The investigating officers already know the woman is down. And they know that that woman is married to a dipshit, because who the fuck would get on the phone and conspire to distribute methamphetamine? Well, it turns out a lot of people. And I don't think that the vast majority of such people who are that ignorant are considered to be stupid and irredeemable. But I'm pretty sure a lot of them are. Tossed right into the court system or put on a blacklist. Nothing just seems to go their way, because that's how the government works in this country. They hear you, they know it. They're not going to file charges until they can prove it. But if they know, then they know. And all the lions and tigers and bears, hi guys, they all have hive mind. They're all working against the enemy. And the enemy, I don't know if you heard, but this shit lasts 4 days and gives you superpowers when you use it right. Yeah, it's a big fucking deal. So anybody who's just running around willy-nilly, tossing the shit out the window at teenage girls, well, they're either stupid or they're working for Jews, since several of the lost tribes of whatever the fuck, Khazari, Ashkenazi, fucking whatever the fuck, there's more than one kind of Jew. And some of them are really down with prostitution and drugs. Do you know why? Because getting high and fucking is a lot of fun. If you know what you're doing. If you have permission. If. There's a lot of caveats to the whole endeavor. It's like skydiving is a lot of fun. If you know what you're doing, have permission, don't die on the way down, etc., etc. Don't have a jealous ex-lover of your wife waiting to kill you so he can reassert control over his college sweetheart by spraying control dope in her face. Because apparently it's not that fucking hard. Holy shit. Once these hoochies get a taste for the coca, oh, the coca with the crystal. Oh, apparently it's just impossible for these fucking dingbat whores to fucking say no. It might not even be a bad idea. Fuck, I don't know. I've never been stupid enough to fucking combine the two in either direction. And additionally, since I'm not a big beautiful female with just tastes like cherry vanilla ice cream, I don't get invited to those kind of parties. Which is why I'm fucking 52 and just finding out all this stuff out for the first time in the last 3 years, while I'm wondering what the fuck is going on, because nobody bothered to tell me. People just assumed that I knew. Well, guess what, America? I didn't fucking know. Now that I fucking know, I'm taking steps. Jesus Christ. Number one, my stolen mail. Now, the mail is obviously managed by the federal government. I don't get mail for like 2 weeks. Nobody sends me mail. Or if they do, it gets rerouted to my old post office box in Vader, which I can't check. I don't have a key for it. Vader is a 12-mile walk on the way to nowhere with nothing in between. And when I heard from Angel that I didn't give her $106 and she needed to see a receipt, I knew there was no point in arguing with her. The fix was happening. When an employee of the United States Postal Service is threatened and intimidated by somebody who's pretending to be Gary Oldman from the movie Leon, or is just hauntingly reminiscent of him, yeah, it's not really her job to stick her neck out for me. It's not how the Pony Express works. But nevertheless, as a human and a citizen of the United States of America, fucker, I have certain rights. One of which is I get my fucking mail. And for the last 3 days, I haven't gotten any mail. There's been no delivery. Nothing in the box at all. Unless the 3 people that are living in a fucking trailer that they hauled out and parked in front of the double wide that's been there as a dilapidated, rundown museum of turpentine. Either they intercepted the mail or they didn't. I don't know what they did. And then if they did intercept the mail and pretended to be me, not really that big a deal, since this is a jest. And I don't know if any of you know what jests are, but it's just one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Not that I've seen that many, but I don't want to fuck it up. So that's why instead of going to the police and going, why did you steal from me? Well, not everybody. Just batshit loco fucking drug bigots and fucking angel fucking pimps that don't want to fucking admit that their fucking job is over. Like, I'm sure summoning down angelic creatures and juicing them up with control dope and then pimping them out as whores. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. I'm also sure that's just not going to happen anymore. And the people in the local area who are sad that the party's over and are worried if they're going to go to prison or not, I'm sure they're going to go to prison. I'm also sure they're not going to do it again. And when the batshit crazy archons that are fallen angels, when they get here from Saturn, I don't know how they travel from their laboratories in the rings to come to Earth, but it turns out angels that get sold into rape, like on Hostel, when angels come to Earth, they don't expect to be captured by the good old boys and pimped out and murdered by rape. But it turns out that's what they do in some parts of the world, since they're obviously aliens, right? And even if they are angels, well, they shouldn't be on Earth, and then the white man needs to prove they're superior, so they have to be in charge of angel rape. It all makes perfect sense to them. White supremacy, America! Yeah, it's caused some problems. That being said, that was pretty good for a couple of good old boys. Anyway, Did I mention the woman at the town of Vader is Angel? Darth Vader, Stork Angel. Oh, anyway, it's Coolidge County. Cowlips, Coolidge, how you pronounce it makes a difference. And it's one of the coolest places I've ever seen in my life. The way everybody here knows what to do in every way, except when dealing with me. It's fucking poetic. It's cool. I can see why I was walked down here. And I can see why I didn't want to fucking live in Anacortes. This place is much more pleasant for me to deal with, since I'm an actual honest American citizen. I admire Freemasonry. I don't want to be set up as Falcon or Snowman or hung from a bridge upside down. So in spite of how racy and dangerous the things that I'm saying are, I think I'll be okay. Honestly, it's not like I control my phone. The military does. It's not like this is just a random person who's parked on the side of the road as I walk by. It's a guy who's ready to kill me if I do the wrong thing. Right now there's a base commander or section chief, I don't know what they call him, but one of these people who generally has better things to do with their time all day than listen to little Michael Kuzi scream into his phone. They're listening to me scream into my phone, partially because it's useful, and secondarily because it's their fucking job to make sure I don't say the wrong thing. And at this point, if I say the wrong thing too many times, the guy who's sitting in the car back and to my right, about 40 yards, it's his job to kill me. Yeah, that's what they do to people who don't fucking shut up. Like Silkwood, run off the road while she was on the way to spill the beads about nuclear power plants to some reporter. Thanks, Karen. Thanks. Maybe not what the military needed at the time, or who knows? Maybe they're just getting rid of a bunch of pot smokers who were inconveniently compromisable. It's hard to say. The Manhattan Project security didn't end after they dropped Fat Man, Little Boy. And today, in addition to all kinds of shit, the secrets of methamphetamine manufacture, distribution, dispersal, formulation, manipulation, exploitation, and having a gay old time, well, in addition to having been sold to America's enemies, are also part and parcel of little Michael Kuzi's knowledge base. Since, even though I haven't engaged in any of those activities, I certainly have been paying attention. And after somebody set me up for a fucking round goose trip chase of 500 fucking miles to get an ounce of something I could have gotten over the hill, and at any previous time in my life before then, if I needed an ounce of crystal, I didn't. I didn't know all that much about it, but I knew that getting shit that you don't need, well, it's not like I was going to get it and nobody was going to know, and if I just sat at home doing an ounce of crystal all myself, well, that would be surprising. That would be atypical, since I'm not into crystal, in spite of the rumors to the contrary. So I get sent on this fucking round goose trip. I don't come home with crystal. I come home a day late. I missed somebody's birthday. Somebody had lasagna, 3 sheet pans of lasagna. Half of one was consumed. The other 2 are full sheet pans of lasagna. So apparently there was enough people in Fantasyland to make 3 sheet pans of lasagna. But instead, I don't know. Because when I got there was 4 different women and a strike team waiting to put me into custody. Hi, this is my life. Now, none of this is wrong. Hey, what's up?
You all right?
I'm good, I think. Are you okay? Oh, good. I love you. Good night. So that was the person who, well, maybe not, but they're not following me anymore. Probably base commander has heard me talking about base commander and said, okay, pull the plug. Since there's no real reason to compromise security or to have highly trained operatives who are capable of fucking killing me just driving behind me while I scream into my fucking phone. Somebody asked me today, all you do is smoke meth and scream at your phone. What's so special about you? Okay, well, number one, that's not all I do. I shove it up my butt too. And number two, it's not so much that I scream at my phone while high, it's that I don't kill myself doing it or betray my country. It's a seemingly simple thing to do and to avoid having done, but mysteriously, no one else seems to be willing to risk it. Day after day, day after night, I'm the hardest working man in divination today, and I happen to be very sympathetic and loyal to the United States government. They don't need to fucking give me a fucking hard hat and a fucking safety vest. They do need to kill me if I go off the script, which is fine. That's why we have that myth about red kryptonite, since what turns Superman into rawr, rawr, craft beer, it's not well understood what happens. All the more so with me, since I spent 3 years after the ambush being filmed in my residence day in, day out, while military consultants, let's just say, threw shit at me like it was fucking rice at a wedding. And here I am years later. Hi, Michael Huzi, sorcerer, 534-70-8525. I'm not insane. I'm not mental. I'm not nursing a fucking grudge. I'm not planning to overthrow my country. I'm not planning to overthrow any other countries, although apparently Venezuela's up for grabs. I saw Marco Rubio, who is the Secretary of State. I didn't know that. Hey man, pretty good job on you. So he announced at some press conference that I didn't watch, but watched a YouTube sampling of, they're going to take 30 to 50 million barrels of oil. Barrels of oil from Venezuela. Now, at current prices, a barrel of oil is going for like $60. But there's no telling what it's going to do to the price of gold or the price of oil. If Marco Rubio has access to Venezuela's gold reserves, 30 to 50 million barrels is a lot. He can swing the market in a big way. That's what the real government does. So, the same people who are protecting me says, hi, I'm Little Michael Kuzi. I've got an order of federal protection. Says a bunch of assholes were getting on the phone and saying, hey, can you get any of that good stuff that we used to kill that one guy? I want to kill Little Michael Kuzi. He's annoying me. How do I kill him? See, they thought that they were covered by evidentiary rules or some kind of cloaking technology, or maybe they were speaking in Lion Mace's tongue, whatever the bricklayer's tongue, whatever the fuck they do. In some way, they thought that they were being shielded from investigation and consequence. And it was perfectly all right for them to talk about how they were going to kill Little Michael Kuzi. Well, I guess that's legal if you have to kill me. But fuck, obviously, you don't even need to fucking feed and water me. You don't even need to fucking hug me. Certainly don't need to fuck me. Since I've already had a number of dry spells in my life for reasons that weren't clear at the time, but are now obvious in retrospect. Since everybody has assigned my name to harken back memories of AIDS, HIV, herpes, pregnancy. Some batshit local woman who thought that she was gonna fucking imply that because I fucked her after she was pregnant, that meant I was in some way responsible for her well-being. No. Number one, I saw it differently. Number two, so do the courts. Number three, she feels pretty fucking abused. I don't blame her. Hi, sweetie. And as fond as I am of Bird, Paige, and Casey, hi ladies. As fond as I am of them, I don't owe them my soul or any money. And the people who have juiced them up and told them so, who may or may not be Jehovah's Witnesses, hard to say, they don't really need to do what they're doing, since all they're really doing is making these women batshit crazy, which might be good for the Jehovah's Witnesses, since I don't know what they do with 3 women who have been used and abused by law enforcement for 30 fucking years, who are expecting to be brought into the fold of little Michael Kuzi's harem, but I don't have a harem. I'd never met Paige before. She's cool. I didn't know what happened to Casey. After she told me what she named her kid. Well, obviously not my child. And she appeared to have her hands full dealing with her actual baby fathers, who were either Luciferian fucknuts or Drug Enforcement Agency employees. Hard to say when their names are Vince and Ogre, and Vince was Matthew Williams from the future without a dick, and Ogre is my friend Jan, juiced up on steroids and reborn. Fuck, I like all these people. I liked it when I met them. I couldn't understand why they were doing stupid shit, but now I do. And it's one of the greatest honors of my life that I can tell this story happily. And I know Vince and Ogre are not going to come beat me up. They feel pretty silly. Hopefully they're giggling about it and not fucking freaking out. If Paige had any evidence that I was running around getting jazzed up on needle drugs without inviting her, she wouldn't fucking build a case. She'd just fucking kill me.
Unit 1, prepare entry.
I'm on it.
I'm listening.
All units stand by for full bridge.
I thought I told all of you I want radio silence until further.
Who is this?
Teams in position.
Hey, Tuggernuts, I've got you on speakerphone.
You know my name, but who are you? Just another American who saw too many movies as a child. Are you still there?
Hey, let me tell you something, shitbird.
How does he know so much?
I've never even heard of your little agency.
Who are you then?
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
Let's just try to keep everybody calm, okay?
This is Hans Gruber.
Oh, okay.
I assume you realize the futility of direct action against me. We have no wish for further loss of life.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Excuse me?
Now, I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker! I will massacre you! I will fuck you up! This is your fault, you limey fuck! Pull down their pants and you spank their ass.
Okay then.
Shut the fuck up and let me do my job! From now on, my fist is gonna be so far up your shithole that every time you ever thought it's gonna have to tiptoe past my wedding ring.
I have comrades in arms around the world languishing in prison.
Great. Let me get this down.
The following people are to be released from their captors.
Oh, wait! I got a better idea.
This is very kind of you.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Pretty funny.
We all have our bad days.
In the meantime, and as usual, go fuck yourself. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Since she's entitled to a turn, I guess. And then I didn't know that grudges and law enforcement memories are that fucking long-lived. But let's just say I'm not in the business of juicing up women and giving them a good time. It might seem like I want to. I do not. Maybe someday in the future that'll be what I do for fun, but I'm not even qualified to follow Morton Downey Jr. around and wipe up his spittle. Oh wait, not Morton. He's dead, isn't he? What's the connection between Robert Downey and Morton Downey? Well, whatever. I'm not that level of either talent or drug aficionado. I burned out all my memory engrams. If I were to do that kind of thing, I'd have to sign up for some more. There's rules. These secret guilds and their secret societies and their secret reward systems. It's really not for the common person. So, even though it may seem like I'm Needle Man, no. That's undoubtedly somebody else. And what's more, since I've actually read and studied the instructions, and as well didn't have any fucking notion that all this fucking crazy fucking needle magic was fucking de rigueur in society these days, since the introduction of CRISPR and a complete lack of security protocol enforcement from the Biden administration, all the special access projects ever were accessible through Hillary's email. You don't know much about that because, oops, nobody knew. I knew. I don't have anything to do with special access programs other than to know they exist. Since rather than go out and actually betray my country, I prefer to not do that. And if that means I don't go to the occasional party or any, good. Probably didn't enjoy those people anyway. So, I don't have a car. I'm at the Kelso post office. I walk in, I say, how do I report my mail being stolen? And the woman, who looks kind of like Allison Fairbanks, not Grapefruit, but this other person, she doesn't look exactly like her, but close enough that, yeah, that's Allison Fairbanks. And then she gets all tense and acts like she has something to hide, or that she needs to be not very considerate or explanatory as to how a citizen actually does that, because she knows that my mail isn't actually stolen. She knows damn well. She's part of the group that keeps this whole fucking fairy tale of fucking cloak and dagger and shadow puppetry that keeps it running on an even keel. Incidentally, Freemasons all around the world slave their lives away to make this fucking thing work, and I'm very, very, very grateful and very appreciative to all of them, especially the ones I'll never have to meet in person. You're all a bunch of fucking square-headed nerds, so the less I actually have to spend time with you, the better. Unless you're gonna suck my dick. Oh wait, but that's a secret. Anyway, it's really cool just what you're doing. I'm not gonna describe it or explain because that would be rude. It could also be a sabotaging or a vandalism of highly confidential and potentially classified proprietary technology, as well as would certainly prevent me from joining the Magicians Guild ever. We all know the terrible story what happened to George Bluth. George. What I'm saying is, I know about all this shit. Okay, so I walk in and I say, somebody's stealing my mail, because I want the woman, who I don't recognize at first, I want her to be on guard, because if she actually is on guard, that tells me what's actually happening. So I get the information from her. It takes moments. I walk to the shuttle place. I wait for the shuttle bus. Fucking Esther. Hi, Esther. Esther of Crypticon fame. Esther, who might have been in a pigeon, along with Jerem, I'm not sure. Esther, you're a lovely person. You know what's also really lovely? Fucking honesty. Okay? Holy shit. So I get to the fucking Safeway where the purple transit bus, shuttle rather, picks up. It's a whole fucking supporting cast from fucking Central Casting there. Esther comes out from a different Econoline van. She gets out, she asks me if I have any cigarettes I want to sell. I'm like, no. And she acts all pissy and grumpy and old, which I've come to find is the Clando's way of expressing fondness and happiness to see a person when they're at work, because if they're at work they can't really betray their confidences and act like they would ordinarily. They're undercover, so if they actually like a person, they have to go which hurts my feelings nonetheless, but at least now I know why they do it. Like, I got no problem with Esther. When I found out she'd been turned into a pigeon, thought that was weird, and don't know what happened to the pigeons since they were gone by the time I got back, and then neighbor Shane was telling stories about pigeons, so I don't know what the fuck. But it was cool to see Esther, since she probably didn't know for sure what kind of a man I am. Since when I first met her, she said, oh, I'm like this all the time. I'm not on drugs. You fucking liar. Jesus wept. That was in 2010. 15 years later, this chick is still nursing a grudge. Because she's a woman. hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and I'm sure she felt scorned since she was a pigeon. And probably not real happy about that. Oh shit, oh my god, did I dox you? Sorry, Esther. Take it out on Jeremy, because he's a dick. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, so I leave Kelso. I go to the Castle Rock post office by way of the shuttle. And the shuttle has a guy who maybe not recognize me, but knows of me and was listening to his dispatch radio, and some guy who I couldn't hear real clear, so it's not an eavesdrop, and it wasn't my business, but he was listening to some guy talk about how if they needed reinforcements, blah blah blah, they're in the area. I'm in the shuttle bus with the reinforcements. I'm going down to Castle Rock, and my intention is to go to the post office, like I just told quasi Allison Fairbanks. So she obviously got on the Mason horn and started warning people, oh my god, Koozy's gonna blow the whole thing. By the way, I'm not gonna blow the whole thing. I'm not gonna hire a lawyer. I'm not gonna sue anybody. I'm gonna say that I am, because that's what makes it funny. That's what makes it a jest. If I wanted to fucking blow your whole fucking soup can to fucking high noon on Mars, I had evidence galore 14 times over. For a while, they were taking my phones just to make sure that they had all my evidence that I was documenting in the cloud. But I don't need my evidence in the cloud to build a case against masonry. I love masonry. I think it's really cool. I can see why it was thought to be too risky to tell me all about it, since my dingbat parents did whatever they did. I can see why nobody told me about this. I can see why people expect me to be quiet about it. And I can see why the fact that I am not quiet about it, quite the opposite in fact, I can see why that has led some people to go off the deep end and threaten to kill me, thus necessitating the issuing of an order of federal protection for me, little Michael Koozy, which is why, while I may sound paranoid and delusional, the person who you overheard, well, she said she was fine. She asked if I was okay, and I said I think so. I think I am okay. I think I'm doing what the military wants me to do. Since this is fucking funny, and there's a bunch of fucking batshit crazy, totally whack job, totes fucking horcrunks that are fucking way off the fucking res, way off script, and then nobody really knows which drug to give them to calm them down, because thanks to the Biden administration, all the instruction manuals are either shredded or cinders, or were given to Nicolas Maduro and a group of sorcerers living in a cave in Kashmir. Hi, Pakis. I think the Pakis have not surrendered, but I think the Pakis have stopped worrying about it, and then they turned over Maduro, and that's why the United States was able to arrest him without anybody except a bunch of fucking social worker Karen screechers complaining about it. Just a bunch of women with TDS are complaining about it, when just about everybody knows, wow, that guy is running Venezuela, and he looks just like Stalin. He looks just like Saddam Hussein, and he's got a spouse, and they arrested both of them. And who's the spouse? They don't talk about that. I haven't seen pictures of her. I mean, it would be impolite to bother. And then why did Melania get a bag of coke in her lingerie drawer, and who fucking arrested her on January 6th? And then wasn't that 5 years ago? It's a pretty big fucking deal. Mr. and Mrs. America, hi. And little Michael Koozy, Jackstar, Destroyer of Dreams. I've been at the center of it for 15 years at least, maybe longer, depending on how you count the center.
Just very briefly here. Number one, I'm not at the center of anything. I'm delusional. Number two, the notion that Nicolas Maduro was given copies of MK Ultra instruction manuals is fanciful. Obviously, he wrote them, but it's not confirmed. So let's say that his instructions were laundered somewhere. And on top of that, I'm in love with another girl. It just happened. I met her like last year. So I can't stop thinking about her. Suddenly it's like on. I'm not at the center of anything. I'm delusional. I met her a while ago. just because there was the best chemistry I've ever had in my life. It encompasses like 5 or 6 individuals. That doesn't mean anything. I'm just imagining it. I want to take my sorcerer's orb and roll it across her body after warming it in my palm and blowing wishes and love kisses at it. Okay. Not gonna say her name. I don't know if I know her name. I don't want to hear it spoken aloud unless she says it to me. I liked her when I met her, but it's been some time that I've been concerned about spawning a revenant when I sink my love nut into somebody new. The design spec is that somewhere between 1 and 3 women will go blender as I reach max apex peak ejaculatory orgasm. No shame in it. It's happened before. It'll happen again. It's not necessarily even that. It's like end of life cycle. Some of these women have been gone on and on and on way too long. With no upper limit, they turn into these caricatures of themselves. Oh, the script gets all pruny and steaky. It's not. I don't care. I'll do anything. I like her. I don't think I'd let her know how much I like her at all. But I'm going to find a way to do that somehow because I like her. I wanted to throw down money and buy her. I didn't fucking care. Did not care a bit. She made me realize that I needed to talk to other women first because I'd never talk to them again. If I hit it off the other one, I'd just be gone. See ya now, and then I couldn't talk to any other women if she was like that, since I wouldn't be back for a while. And if I were, well, I'd be having a different name, probably face tattoo, 8 or 9 kids or some shit. I don't know. But it was that kind of meeting, and now I'm all of a sudden talking about her and thinking about her, and I don't know if anybody's envious or jealous or mad. We're going blender already. I don't care. Not just lonely. She was very professional when I met her at work, and off work I didn't actually. I'll say no more. I might have to have a moment alone. Probably not. I don't usually suddenly realize that I've been in love with her the entire time, and I didn't know what to do about it. And I couldn't guarantee this is actual. The chance of a revenant spawning was unacceptably large, as in any, because I don't want to fall in love with somebody and make love to them and then have them die like in Bag of Bones. Oh, Steve 1, dude, that fucking book is fucking killing me. Well, how could you fucking write that? You fucking Maine Coon fuck, dude. Seriously. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, Steve 1 says he doesn't like Maine Coon fuck. Okay, well, I gotta get drunk with him later. Maybe he'll go with me on safari. I want to go on safari with Steve 1. I've got a number of plans, and then I don't mean to tell you anything naughty, but I don't have to fucking be here. I can do my job anywhere. I can phone in the prayers. Not a big deal. There's no way I'm bringing a quality work. There's no way I'm bringing OSHA to this fucking job site, and I don't want to have sex here at all, ever. I want to do that somewhere else. There's something else I was going to say. Melania was not arrested on January 6th. That was a different thing. Mar-a-Lago was there somewhere else. Now, I know that I sound like an idiot because that's my brand. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'm a good company. And I don't want to give people the impression that I didn't notice those errors. I was listening to the replay. And I realized I couldn't remember that I had been wrong about Melania getting arrested, but all I could think about was my friend's thighs, which I saw I would say glimpses of an image of her thighs, and that works for me. I'm not in full rut at the moment, but I'm not all that high. I don't abuse drugs. Just the fact that I get to use them at all. Move over, bacon. I know what I'm doing, and I've been much higher than this before, and I plan to, because this woman obviously can handle it for reasons I won't disclose ever. And I haven't stopped liking her. I just knew as soon as I met her that I would be getting a revenant if I started to. Oh my lord! Like I didn't realize that she liked me too until later, and then I'm shy. I don't take new lovers easily because of revenants and being stalked. I'm not going to say her name, so nobody knows what I'm talking about. I can't stop thinking her. She's beautiful. Almost too beautiful for me. Almost. So anybody out there who's concerned about being replaced, well, you're not going to be replaced, because I haven't had sex with anybody for months, if not years, depending on how you count it. And then there was some astral sex, and there was some psychic sex, and there was this other experience with an invisible woman who opened my second urethra, which I want to use on this other friend. I want to ask her. She knows how to do anything with my second urethra. I haven't asked anybody else. I haven't said, "Hey, do you remember when we used to have sex? That was a long time ago. Who was president then? Did I have a second urethra then? And if you knew, why didn't you tell me?" And like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But now that I've gone on for quite a few minutes about this woman, I'm not gonna be able to walk it back. So it's a good thing I haven't said her name or gone to prison or failed to know how to deal with a revenant. It's nothing like Maduro. Revenants are actually effective. Click.
So that's why I don't have a job, although I do. That's why my income is peculiar looking, because it's supposed to be peculiar. It's supposed to get try-hard neckbeards that are being run by a German fucking counterintelligence team to fucking ask too many questions. For 5 hours today, I'm asking, "Hey, can I get food stamps too? Since I'm on this land that's owned by the Michael Kuzi Special Needs Trust, and my residence has been invaded by people over and over and over, and that have ransacked the place 15 times in the last year and a half. But they all thought they were doing the right thing, and I guess they were, since, well, now we know that stealing all my shit and fucking women in front of me who look vaguely like people I used to love, now we know that doesn't set me off. Of course, they're still going to do it because they like to fuck women whether they look like my friends or not. It's kind of a long, involved shell game. And since they're all eating donuts and milk, at least, it seems odd that they get food stamp benefits and I don't. But it didn't seem odd to the neckbeard today, who took up 5 hours of my time, and then, God, what an idiot. He doesn't really know that he was in denial about his own prejudices and wouldn't really look good in inquiry, but that's okay. He just doesn't want to give me any food, since he knows that I'm little Michael Kuzi, and I don't go to work. I sit around smoking drugs and yelling at the phone for 5 years. Not that I want to be doing that, but it's a little awkward, since 8 vehicles, 6 laptops, 14 cell phones, poof, gone. And then that is, that's what happens to assholes who smoke drugs, right? Nah, it's just what happens to the ones who don't do it the way they're supposed to. I don't know how I was supposed to, but fucking nobody filled me in on that. I think I was supposed to do something involving selling them, and as well becoming an addict. But as I don't even know who I would sell them to if I wanted to sell them, and I just don't become addicted to things, because number one, I invented psychic neck shielding. Number two, I just lied. I innovated it. It's not really an invention. It's kind of hard. Number 2, I invented a new school of magic, which is none of your fucking business. Number 3, yeah, I'm not really here because I need access to drugs. I'm here because this is my fucking residence, and then a fucking CIA black site tried to split it up around inside of it. Nobody really anticipated that I was going to be immortal. And for that matter, I don't know that I am, but no mail coming to the house seems kind of reasonable since there's a washout on the road that leads up to my house, and the only way to get to my house is to go 14 miles round trip the other way, 14 miles one way. So it makes sense that the post office would not deliver my mail, but it also makes sense that they would send it via courier, which is why I saw a FedEx truck driving up to my house and then turning around and going somewhere else. I don't know if somebody talked to FedEx and did anything. I don't know, because it's not my business to know. And when I got to the Castle Rock post office, it was open, and right in front of me was this woman who looked vaguely familiar and was she was inquiring about her post office box and how much it cost to renew it, and then she was saying that she'd have to wait until she got paid because she works 40 hours a week and she hasn't gotten paid yet, and she's going wow, 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 and she's doing this right in front of me, standing there with her pear-shaped silhouette, thinking that she's sending me a lesson. No, lady, I know the value of work. She just thinks that I don't work. Well, my job is to fucking bust batshit crazy lesbos who manipulate the social advantage system so that they can find people they can take advantage of because they're fucking crazy and they work for Satan. You know, going to work just for the express purpose of tapping into publicly banned databases to get private healthcare information so they can find out which people to fucking put into the fucking loony bin, which people are going to fall victim to involuntary commitment, and how they're going to get access to little Michael Koozi's vast trove of hidden money. I don't have vast troves of hidden money. I got 14 grand. And that's not even half of what the fucking truck that got stolen from me cost. That was paid for by the trust, although maybe it wasn't supposed to be, or maybe it was, hard to say. And everything that I've ever fucking owned has been ransacked from my home. That's worth a lot more than $14,000, plus my emotional suffering, plus my reputation has been forever altered, and I will never, ever be the same again. These things don't register in the mind of some fat-ass bitch who fucking has to work every fucking day for 40 hours. Ooh, I work 40 hours a week. I can't just sit at home and be a mommy anymore. Yeah, that's what happens when you give up on God and you worship Satan and you don't suck cock. Duh. Of course, a lot of women don't see it that way. Anyway, so this woman is right in front of me, making her snide little comments. This is not something that makes me feel paranoid. I've seen this shit over and over since I was a kid. Because this is how Masons teach lessons. They can't fucking say shit out loud. They just like leave little hints and breadcrumbs. And I'm supposed to figure it out. Yeah, I figured out that working is a good thing to do. I also figured out that working for my country is a lot better gig than working for the state. I also figured out that working for my country doesn't get paid in dollars, it gets paid in freedoms. So the reason why you get to fucking stand there, just coincidentally there before me, and then even more coincidentally when I talk to the woman, she ends up giving up my mail. I have a service that sends information to my email address when I have mail coming in, and for the last 3 days the service has said that there's going to be mail coming in. No mail's arrived, but there was a FedEx guy, and the mail being from DSHS and a financial advisor that I really no longer do much with, and a neighbor whose address is the same as the Jehovah's Witnesses church up on the hill. I've gotten letters from those kind of people before. I like the Jehovah's Witnesses. I think they're cool, but it's nice that they saved themselves for the end because surprise, yeah, it's not that I've been punking you the whole time, but I've been paying attention to every single fucking thing that's been happening since I first met the woman who said, come on out and meet my children right away. Like, what the fuck? Really? Okay. Before that was this other woman who calls me up out of nowhere. She's drinking. We talk all night, and the next morning, I drink a lot. I was blackout drunk, and she hangs up on me. Her daughter hangs up on me. Oh, that's weird. I guess it must have been some kind of a thing. And then that's how I met Grapefruit. That was fucking 8 years ago. You know, since the ambush, it's only gotten better. We never actually broke up. Just like no one actually broke up with me in high school. We just got fucking trafficked. It's the same fucking gang. I'm 15 and a half, and this this girl in high school thinks she's breaking up with me, but she forgets to actually break up with me because there's 3 of them. They get their fucking identities and their roles switched. Nobody bothers to actually break up with me. They just wanted me to figure it out. I have no idea why. Oh, it's because my mother wanted me to be immune to herpes. She didn't want me to be having sex with some abo tart. I mean, I did, but my mother didn't. That's why I'm immune to herpes, because my mother paid for a bunch of Masons to fucking set me up. So that's why it's not a war crime there. Let's see, where am I? Oh yeah, so I get to the post office, and then rather than admit that that woman that I was just talking about with the pear-shaped body brought back the mail so that it could be handed to me, that was all part of the script that's created by the military, who set up this entire installation with the road being the way it is, and the house being the way it is, and the big pile of fucking gold that my house is built on, etc., this and this and this. So since I know all this, and I'm not telling the wrong people at the wrong time, Ginger Neckbeard at the Social Security office, oh no wait, I mean at DSHS, he fucking got me fucking standing there 4 fucking hours answering all his questions. He's just doing it so he can get documentation that I said things, but I didn't say them, and then he wrote them down wrong, and then it was his mind decision not to give me any food, since everybody in town knows what the deal is. They cut off the government funding, they cut off the food, and then they let the people who were running back and forth all over the place starve themselves to death up here at Two Dog Farm, which is my residence. It's actually brilliant, except, well, it's hurt my feelings for no good reason. And then the person who's supposed to be in charge of this unobtrusive, non-acknowledged sting is instead getting on the YouTube going blah, 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 blah. Mostly because the black ops spooks that wanted this to be quiet are not the military. And the military has been plagued by these self-same black ops spooks for years. And their name, Gab. So, it's kind of a complicated case. It's kind of bigger than you can imagine. And I've just gone on about it for an hour and 21 minutes because you didn't want to give me any food, Ginger Neckbeard. So when's my court case? When's my hearing? When do I get to tell the judge about what a stupid fuck up you are? Well, I don't know, but I told you I had to go in a hurry, and I did. And now, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have any drugs, and I don't want any, and my phone doesn't work, and I want it to work. Although I don't even know who the fuck I would call, since I think I've out-leveled past Ghostbusters. I think I'm at top shelf. Okay. Who are you gonna call? Click.
Hello, Ghostbusters. Yes, of course they're serious. You do? You have? No kidding. Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address. Uh-huh. Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
Hang on. Hello, sir. Kuzi, 534-70-8525, rank sorcerer. Hi, sir. I believe I've accomplished the task that you needed me to accomplish, with a little mustard on it, but I hope you don't mind. I guess I have to break it down for you. Whatever was in that Coke was something extra, and who planted it there? That's a good fucking question, sir. I would check with Will Smith, honestly, since he made After Earth, and he did Wild Wild West, and clearly there's been some sort of corruption of certain standards and practices, and some of them aren't practicing at all. No, they're full on pros. And the morning that I woke up and found a video playing on my computer, I think I had gone to sleep by myself, probably. And I woke up and there's this guy who's this chocolate is Augustus Gloop. He was talking about how Sweetie is this tremendous technology and how there was all this need to capture this technology. And the guy he was either Duke or he was talking like Duke, except he was chocolate, which I like chocolate, so I'm not a problem. And it was actual chocolate, not, the other kind. Anyway, Mr. Sir, hi. If you need any more help, I'm happy to help. And even happier that my help is effective. And I don't think that people have to ask too many questions about what's going on, but definitely something in that package that I bet I know. I bet I can help you. I bet I can help you on that one. But I want to wait for the signal. 3, 2, 1. Beep. Click. It's a lame signal. Sorry. I'll work on that. Okay. Bye. Hi. Hi. I do like you a lot. But it's not the same kind of spark since I haven't met you. Really? And you're kind of I don't want this to come off the wrong way. I don't think I'm your type. Since it's just this feeling, and then I don't want you to. I have no desire to hurt your feelings. So, I'm tongue-tied because I don't really want to say anything. But I thought I should say that it's not super important if you don't well, I just don't think that it's I just don't think it's in your best interest to sweat it. Oh, are you crying, aren't you? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. Right, that's why I thought I should do. Hi. Yeah. No, that is pretty good news for girls who like to cry a lot. Most of them do, I've noticed. I don't want to say that at all, because I think it would be. Yeah, I figured that was your idea. Okay. Really? Okay. I didn't know. No, I don't get any of those messages. They don't come through in any way. I believe you. Well, oh fuck. No, I can't. I'm really into you, actually. No, I can't do that. No. Oh my God, you're terrible. Okay. No, she doesn't know anything. Unless, well, she probably does. Lots of. I don't know, actually. I don't have much experience with them. Well, no, I don't remember that at all. I remember thinking that was kind of weird, but it never occurred. I never. Really? I don't believe that. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Well, that'll be a falsifiable data point that we'll have to ignore when I'm that retarded. I don't. No, oh Lord. Oh, God, you do this all the time, don't you? Oh, fuck. Really? Oh, wow. Well, okay, yeah, you're in. Yeah, sure. I mean, you put it that way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. God, I'm so embarrassed. What? Oh, no. No, I like that. Yeah. I don't know what she's gonna do. She doesn't have a right to complain because she's being punished because she did bad things, and then she's not allowed. Yeah, she's denied by her people. Yeah, they left her hang out to dry. They need to know that she understands that she's just something wrong, so they're gonna fuck, I don't know, hang her upside down, throw twigs at her. Fuck. I don't know. I don't want to embarrass her at all. No. Oh, grapefruit, dear grapefruit, I love you. And you now dispense to. There's others. Hello? Oh, fuck. I think I just lost my fingerprints. Where was I? Oh, yeah, standard. Well, that is a very good sign. I can't really say no to that. And my embarrassment is quite genuine. Yeah, I still do. Oh my, wow, yeah, nobody can hear. No, oh my God, really? No, I'm intolerant to that. Oh God, yeah, I should just play some Tool. I don't want to. Oh, I like Tool. I didn't hear all that. I didn't hear any of it, but I didn't understand. Really? Oh. Well, I don't know. No, not at all. Well, oh, really? Really? Ooh, that is naughty. Okay. No, I'm gonna remember it all. Oh, I'm close enough to insanity as it is, so. It's like 7 a.m. on Saturday. No, I'm not going to church. No, I am church. I don't want to start a schism in the town. I haven't been to one at all. I don't want to make it seem like I'm choosing sides. What? No, it's not stage fright. I'm just shy. Just shy. Well, whatever. No, I'm not afraid of the stage. I'm afraid of you. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking. Well, the last one turned into a Gorgon and set me up to be ritualistically slaughtered, and has only come back in the form of a hostage, and has been used against me, and yeah, I'm terrified. Well, no, I'm definitely not going to do that. No, I can't. I don't have that many friends that. There's not that many that talk back. No, I don't. No, I don't do that at all. Thank Christ. Oh God, I'd be like that beautiful mind dude. Was that? That was him. Okay, did you see it? Okay. Hey everybody, she says she likes it. No, they want to know who you are. Forget it. It's not happening. Well, if they get it right, I'll never know because they don't exist either. Well, God, you put it that way. Do you really? Oh my God. Oh, whatever.
Well, that's very encouraging. It is. No, I don't think I can say anything to her either. Her, I barely know. You, well, okay, so both of us are delusional. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, how tall are you? You seem like you're pretty tall. Yeah. Oh my god, I almost heard you. Oh, I need more hallucinogens for sure. Since I'm not taking any, that would be a good start. Oh, I don't believe you at all. I don't believe you at all. I don't buy that. Oh god. Well, you don't technically exist at the moment because you're not here, and the consciousness that's parsing your. Oh my god! Really? Oh Jesus Lord! Okay, now I'm super embarrassed. I gotta go. Yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't. No, I'm not gonna babble for another. Another 6 minutes. Oh, 5. Well, 5 minutes. Well, I don't know. Weeks ago, looking for the cube. Where is the cube? Okay, the reason why the cube is not something you could find is because they found out you're a cop and they made you, and they don't want you there anymore since they don't want oinkers in the fucking cube. And then why you're in the fucking cube at all when you're a cop is because you don't give a shit about the fucking actual fucking case. You don't give a good goddamn about what the fuck's happening. You just want to fucking follow your fucking oinker little fucking trail of fucking breadcrumbs because you're not busting. You're buster or bust fag or whatever the fuck. You and the other one. I know who the fuck you are. I fucking met you. I bought you goddamn dinner, you fucking cunt. Or asshole or whatever the fuck you are. It doesn't really matter, but there's a consistent pattern of behavior. With all you oinking fucking pig swine, you schweinhood little bitches, you fucking act like I'm your fucking bitch and you fucking don't have to tell me anything. Hey, guess what, fucker? You have to fucking tell me things. It's the fucking law. It's the fucking treaty. And I know exactly who you are. Fuck you. Where's the cube? Go suck dick somewhere else.
Collective, the truth of the matter is that they included way too many people in this conspiracy against you. They have ran their mouths to the point of no return. There are too many people who know the truth for this to work. It is that simple. Everyone knows that you are innocent. Everyone knows about this conspiracy. They know the truth about you. The one who could have been chipped as a child because of your gifts. This shit is insane. See, Collective, they want for you to be detained in order to gain access to your finances. Yeah, and see, they want this to happen because they have not been successful in murdering you, okay? It's like they want you detained as plan B because plan A, it failed. These people are tripping balls. This false prophet here, your death magic has been returned, sir or ma'am.
The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the godhead, the chosen one. Terrorist. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the
This cannot be contained. It's already exposed. At the bottom of the deck here, we have organized theft ring. You know, collective, it is absolute insanity that all of this could even be happening to one person. But it's the truth. It is reality. And what is even more crazy is that this, what we just covered in this reading, this is nowhere even near all of it. There is so much more.
The Anita Lee Ann Hutchison Love Fest continues.
You're just too high to swing on a star. I can't steal you, dude. All right. I don't want you to feel bad because I felt really aware of what you meant when I told you I don't deserve this. And I remember you looked at me. You're like, yeah, you don't. Yeah, no shit. No shit. But nevertheless, I did earn it. Sorry. Honest to God, I am sorry. However, I'm not going to give it back. And I'm probably not going to get any better at it than I am now. I'm slowly getting better. How do you do today, Coach? How do you do? Don't worry about putting me in the game. I'm already here. And the reason why I'm in the game is because somebody else built your game around me and assumed that long before I pierced the fucking needle through the soft underbelly of your balloon noggin, that I would be taken out. I would just be folded into the soup. But I'm not. I'm not in the soup. I'm not soup. You're all soup. Plenty of soup for Jew. Plenty. And scusi military. I didn't know that I was going to destroy your career. I don't think I did. I mean, what you got? I heard you got another job. I think it's cool. I'm not gonna do that pie in the face thing, you know, where they run around with the cream pies. Anyway, anyway, by the way, let's throw that one in there. And what's the other one that's really bothering the fuck out of me? There's something that I keep saying over and over. Oh, and then I say, yeah, I don't like that one. So I don't need any acting lessons, Coach. I'm acting pretty well, and I don't want to keep calling you Coach because you'll get confused with the other guy. This isn't helping, is it? Okay, well, listen, you're not really my hero, but you're everything I never wished to be, which is cool because you say exactly what you are. A little more hygiene, maybe, and then I don't need to go. You can't ride my tail. I'm not going to be your wingman. You keep your points to yourself, convict. I'm not. Oh my God. This is funny. This is like, it's like reverse utaku rape. Like I'm not really your fan. You're really my fan, but that's secret. Obviously secret. Oh man, dude, I'm fucking giddy here. Because every fucking word, you fucking know exactly what I'm saying. Cockatoo fascist twin. I know I love you. Nobody's gonna understand this, are they? Okay, take your hand out of the puppet now. Say goodnight, Reginald. Bye.